Welcome back, everyone. We are coming to you live from Super Bowl Live all week long. And it's so interesting right around this time. Of course, we're always focused on the athletes, these incredible athletes. And it gets us thinking about their success. These coaches, who do they give credit to? Many of them might credit their parents. Others credit people that they've worked with along the way. So it had us thinking this would be a great topic for Real Talk. What makes a good role model? And joining me now to dive right into that is our fabulous Kara Kinnear. And you know this lovely lady, I've got like my BFF Central right here, from 680 The Fan, my friend Sandra Golden.
They do not do this for me on the radio at all.
Well, I don't know why not.
No one cheers for me.
That's why you have to come back. Everybody was so excited.
I am so honored.
Sandra's
Thank you.
been up since 3.
That's right. I know you're thinking, gosh, you're only 29, and yet you look 63.
Stop it.
It's true.
Have you been down here all morning?
Oh my God, it is so awesome.
I know,
it is
right?
so. I was telling Trent that it's just, you can't imagine if y'all have time to take a stroll.
Yeah.
It is, and then it's like, oh, there's Matt Ryan walking by. I'm not kidding. He was walking by himself, and people were looking at him like, I go, yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That is totally him. So, yeah, it's really great.
Right now, as we've been mentioning, this is the calm before the storm, but I'm telling you, there is so much excitement down here. And of course, it did make us think, let's talk about role models. A lot of interviews, that's what people are talking about.
Yeah.
How did you get here? Who helped you get here? So when it comes to role models, experts say it's important to have more than one type. The first one is a positive role model, but get this. The positive role model shouldn't just be someone who accomplished what you want to accomplish. They should also be someone who shares your values and who uses an approach that you would want to emulate. So do you think that sometimes those two get confused? Think about it. Kara?
Yeah, I do. I think that, in this business especially, people have this preconceived notion that if you're at the top, then you must have done some clawing to get there.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's true. I think you can be a good person and help people out and put good karma out there, and it will come back to you. Like, you don't want to be alone at the top. You want to take people with you. So I always try to find other people that are supporting other people in that way, because there's room for everyone.
Yes.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Sandra, what about for you? I know in television and in radio, along the way, you had to have those people.
And being in sports with men. So men and girls, unfortunately, we were young. I think it's more so when you're younger. It's like we battled each other for homecoming queen and in pageants. We weren't on teams.
Right.
You got to think about when we were younger, and now it's so much better.
Yes.
And I remember my first TV job that there was a girl there. Her name was Kelly, and she was so nice.
Oh, good.
And she was
good.
on the air.
I said the opposite. Okay, good.
No, she was great. She was like, listen, here's what you need to do, and I'll never forget that. Like, she was like, listen, skip along. You're doing this wrong and this right, but it was constructive, and I'll never forget that she did that.
Yeah, I like the way that they're differentiating the positive, in that you could be someone whose career track that you admire.
Right.
But did they get there because you are aligned with, or they are aligned with your values, your morals, your ethics? And that's something to think about as you're thinking about whatever career choice, maybe you're looking to make a change. Who do you want to, go to for advice? Hopefully, someone that kind of has a 360 view of the world as you do.
What do you do? What did you do for when you first got into it?
You know who I absolutely loved, and you will know from FSU, the fabulous Gail Sarins.
First female sportscaster. That's right.
First female sportscaster to do a play-by-play.
Wow.
Look at Paul. Paul's nodding his head because he knows everything. That was like one of her claim to fame. But she started in Tallahassee at FSU, went to Tampa, and she never left. So I was telling Kara before the show, now she is someone whose career and whose life I really emulated, but she never left Tampa. So I look to other people because it takes a lot of courage to leave your hometown. Not that she's not incredible, but I would also have to say later in life, and this is going to maybe sound hokey, but like somebody like yourself, you are somebody I've always admired and looked up to because
you are so sad. We'll pray for you, girl.
That's true. She says it all the time. She says it all the time on the show. She does.
Oh my God.
Well, Gail, yes, I looked up to her, and she taught me so much as a young producer. I would write for her. She would teach me so many things. Gail stayed in Tampa. Again, nothing wrong with that. Sandra knows, Kara knows, you've got to bounce around. And it's
you got to move. Like,
you got to move. So you have taken those challenges and you've run with it. But I do love that Gail kind of taught me.
That is cool.
Yeah, and taught me how to treat people, which is very important, how to treat your crew, how to treat all those around you. Okay, so another expert said there's 3 levels of being a role model you can follow. A peer who you think is better at the job than you are. Someone subordinate, think this through, who's doing the job you did a year or 2 or 3 years ago better than you did it, and someone senior to you that you want to emulate. So, have you ladies ever, like, think about those? So someone subordinate?
Well, I always,
senior?
I'm very grateful that I got paired up on this show when I did, because I think I was a little rough around the edges.
Never.
I was. Like, I just, and you taught me how to really be more refined on air, because I think I really needed that. So that was important. So I think, like, working with people and appreciating them for what they bring to change you for the better is also really important.
Yeah, well, that means a lot to me. And again, it's not, I'm not just saying it because these two are here, even though Kara and I fought earlier with Steve Wilkos. He had to break it up. But that's not the point. But
you did see him outside. I was a little scared.
I know. He's cute.
Handsome, very
but at the end of the day, again, it's about, like, I love that it could be somebody that is, you know, somebody that's junior to you, but yet you're looking at the way they're doing something and it's so impressive.
Right.
Anybody, like, looking back now, maybe it's somebody that you worked with as a producer or somebody that you saw.
Pam Oliver. She was older than me.
Because you have a great...
y'all know Pam. She's amazing, and she has just won this morning the Lifetime Achievement Women in Broadcasting. She was really the first one I remember, and I noticed when you said treat people, first of all, with the athletes, they were all hitting on her, and she was like, Like, she knew, because you just can't go there, or you're not supposed to go there, is what I should say.
Right.
Young girls watching.
Yes.
Because it is never, ever forgotten. But Pam was just great in how she treated people, from the janitor to the president of the company.
Right.
I remember that. And then I remember a couple of interns when I was in local news at Channel 13, and I was like, she's a superstar. Can't you spot them? You're like, oh, she's a star.
Yes.
I'm going to let the flatten her tires. Finish her life. Take my job.
Exactly. And then, but honestly, you do. You see it in someone, and it's like, oh, they're going to go.
I was so happy, and along the way, and I've always, and I know both y'all do this, I especially just reach out for females in the business. Like, come on, girl, like, let me pay it forward. And I hope that all females watching do that, like, help another female, because it's hard, girl.
It really is.
Hard out there.
And kind of switching a little bit, or I guess pivoting a bit, what do you say to people that are watching? Because I know you both get a ton of it. I do. It is a whole different game now that people can become famous without going up the news ranks like we did. Small market. Moving up, advancing. People think that things can happen overnight because we're actually seeing superstars on social media. If somebody comes to you for advice, how do you differentiate somebody that's hot for the moment versus someone that's going to be in it to win it long term? Sandra?
I just think no matter what industry you're in, find out what your passion is and really go after that, and then hopefully the other things will come to you, because you will have no longevity if you're a flash in the pan kind of situation.
Right.
And if you love it, then you truly will want to do it for the rest of your life. I think it's hard. I think that, it is different now, but it's also, like, skill and talent is still very much appreciated, and the people who are making decisions in any sort of company hopefully recognize who is really going to be the best for the job.
Exactly.
You just have to have faith in that.
Yes. How about you? Because I know you get a lot of girls that want to emulate you.
And there are no rules. It used to be where you're going to go have to work in market 216 and you're going to make 20 grand and you'll have to. You don't. I say dare to be different. Find out what your news director likes in terms of the way you do your work, and go on the YouTube. Do it all now. I mean, I wish to goodness had this been around back in the 30s when I first started. But I do feel that way. And Christina and I talk about it. We're like, can you believe it? They jump right to
they just jump right to the top.
Right, and then we're like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But I get it. It's and just know, there's tons of talented people that are out of work because they were big fat jerks. So your talent can get you far, but when you start, you got to treat your teammates and I mean, especially in radio.
And work hard.
And work hard. At the end of the day, it's about working hard, and I echo, I amen you, because it's all about, honestly, the way that you treat people and being someone that people want to continue working with. I want to continue working with you both.
Yes.
Sandra Golden, she's back. Thank you for coming. Follow Sandra all week long, 680 The Fan. guys do it.
They are so awesome.
I love them.
They never cheer for me like that.
We love you. We love you. Someone else who loves you, Trent. We're trending with him after this short break.